Hey guys, welcome back to the Simply Knives YouTube channel. Today we got an interesting review for you guys of the TS136 Stingray with the carbon fiber handles, titanium, I guess it's kind of like a sub frame lock, or I think it's just a frame lock, and then they just, they just have a little bit of carbon fiber on top. It's pretty, like, look at that. It's a frame lock. So this is a front flipper or a thumb hole opening knife. I gotta say, it's not the most easy to open up with your thumb. You can thumb flick it. For sweaty hand users like me, it might be a little bit more difficult. Got this knife off eBay. Okay, yeah, see, it was a lot easier with that hand. It just depends on if your hands are sweaty or not, because maybe this knife doesn't have the best of grips. But yeah, just a little bit about this. This is by Mazwan Mokhtar, I think, design. That's his logo right there. And the knife looks amazing. The carbon fiber looks really cool. Especially just like, look at that. That looks so nice. You can front flip it. It's got a big, chunky hunk of D2 steel blade. It's got that TwoSun logo right there, which I really like, actually. It's kind of a classic now. I heard someone else say that. Yeah, I mean, here's the blade. I like the way that they did the grind for that tip. You know, D2 can have rust. Look at that. I didn't even use this hardly. I think it actually came with that, which was annoying. Got that grind lines. Yeah. It just looks pretty good. Somehow it already got like a blade scratch right there. So something I noticed about this knife, when you're closing it, look what part is going to hit your finger. That stupid piece of blade. It's just going to scuff you up, maybe cut you if you don't have your finger in the right spot. It almost seems like it's going to hit your actual skin. This blade is massive, so it has considerable, closing. Like, it's very easy to close just from the sheer size and weight of the blade. Let's say if you were gonna open the blade with, this, but do it slowly. Sometimes my finger falls in there as I'm going through this action, but the blade can close really easily and kind of hit your fingers. So you got to be careful of that. I think the blade, because the blade is just so massive, it doesn't feel like it has the most well-balanced knife overall. Although, it is kind of balancing right there. So maybe that is pretty good. The handles are not too grippy. Although, you do have very nice, like, kind of thumb ramp, thumb jimping area that gets you, your thumb gets locked in there. The jimping's perfect for that. You get a really good hold. This is a big hunk of steel as well, as I said. Let's go ahead and cut some paper. It is sharp. Faux show sharp. Yeah. So it's very sharp, very hunky. It kind of, I like the name Stingray. I don't know why. It just, now that I know the name, it just seems like it is a Stingray or something. I'm not sure. Very hunky. Cool pivot. Just pivots in general. What is it on? Can we see? Is it? Can we see? I don't know, I'm not good at this. Well, whatever it's on, it's very smooth. It doesn't really matter based on, oh yeah, you can finger flick it, thumb flick it, front flip it. So it can be a little fidgety. The front flip was a little difficult for me at first, but now it's pretty easy. When I first got this knife in, I didn't really have the best impression of it because I was like, oh, well, it's like kind of unbalanced. Like I'm gonna hurt my fingers. I'm gonna have the blade fall on my fingers. But no, that's not really the case with this thing. And it looks super cool. You know, it has 3 different deployment options. I love the pocket clip, which is nice, small, titanium. Goes up pretty easily. You don't have too much of the blade sticking out. Only pocket clip on one side though. Centering, you know, spot on. Very hunky. Blade play equals 0. The liner lock is super easy to disengage, which is nice because sometimes they're just, oh, it's pretty early lockup too. If you look at that, oh, you can see my thumb from when I cut it earlier. Yeah, pretty early lockup, not bad on a new knife. Yeah. So I think that, you know, when I very first got this knife, I was a little, like, I didn't have the best first impressions of it. Then after, you know, actually using it for a little bit and playing around with it, I've definitely grown to like it more. Oh, didn't lock it there, but let's see if I can get it this time. Yeah, not hard, very cool. Yeah, so those are my thoughts on the knife. Let me know what else I can include in reviews or try to remember. Oh, I just remembered another problem I have with this knife. Look at this. Look at that. Are you kidding me? It's that close all the way along. Yeah, it's so freaking close. Like, watch. You'll literally see my finger. Look, it's already touching it. And I'm not pushing down at all. I'm just placing it on there lightly. So that's definitely gonna cut me, probably. That is something I don't like about this knife. It's super, super close to the top. So I don't know why the hell they did that. Yeah, and I remember because my pinky was in here as it closed, and I felt the blade on my pinky. So that's a problem with this knife. I do feel like maybe this would be the most likely to cut me of any of the knives I do have. You gotta be careful with this. It is really cool. It's fun to play with. You just gotta be a little careful. Be mindful of that freaking, how close the blade is there, because that's stupid. And then the D2 rusts pretty easily because it came with a rust spot. I got this new. I did not put that rust there. It was like that when I got it, which sucks. I did ship from overseas though. Anyways, though, guys, those are my thoughts on the TS136 Stingray. Overall, it's nice. I think it's worth the money. There's just some things that they could do to improve it. But carbon fiber, titanium frame lock or sub frame lock with a big D2 front flipping blade, or, you know, thumb flicking or spidey flicking. Pretty cool. Hope you guys have a good rest of the day. Peace.